Welcome back, Bitcoin Adamas here. So what is going on in the markets? Why is the equities market and the crypto markets going down? As you can see, the selling pressure is still on today. Dow Jones about 185 points down, S&P 43 points down, and NASDAQ 250 points down today. Well, it has to do with Jerome Powell's talk last week in Jackson Hole. I'm sure you've heard of it. And if you haven't, he basically said that he is serious about what he said all along, which is the Fed will raise interest rates aggressively to calm down inflation. And that is exactly what he has said for the last few months now. But apparently too many people thought that he was joking for the last few months. And so we saw a 2-month bear market rally. And now all of a sudden, after Jerome Powell's speech last Friday in Jackson Hole, the stock and the crypto markets have gone down because the majority of investors are either sitting on their hands or scratching their head thinking, is Jerome Powell serious? And as you can see, this is exactly what Jerome Powell spoke last Friday on August 26th. And immediately after his speech, there was a sizable drop, and it has been going down ever since. This is just a NASDAQ chart to give you an example. Here's a chart of Bitcoin, same story. This is exactly what Jerome Powell spoke on the 26th, and look at this drop all the way down. And it's been chopping sideways ever since. Now, one thing to pay attention on Bitcoin is this 19,500 line. This is the high from 2017, and it's a very major support line. Bitcoin has broken this support once before, the 19,500 back in June, but it didn't hold, it didn't confirm. So as you can see, even though we had that bear market rally, every time it has gone up, it was rejected and brought back to that line. So there's a lot of downside pressure on Bitcoin. One thing that I wanted to give you a heads up on is that for the next, let's just say 6 or 7 months, we are going to hear a whole lot of news about war. And I mean a noticeable amount more. And war news has negative effects on stock and crypto markets. And aside from war news, there will be a whole lot more happening that will have negative effect on crypto. So take this opportunity to tighten up your belts. If you are holding crypto, you should take this time that the markets are taking to go sideways to come up with a good game plan and an exit strategy in case things don't go the way you had planned. It's not a matter of if Bitcoin breaks below 19,500. It's a matter of when it breaks it. And we're not that far away from it. So be sure to have a backup plan. Now, when it comes to short term for Bitcoin, over the next few days, there may be some good news. This is the chart for US dollar, the DXY. And as strong as it's been with this move up today, considering how weak stocks have been since last Friday, Bitcoin has held fast and did not break the 19,500 level. So there may be a chance that money may be flowing from stocks into crypto, and we may see a pump in crypto before the next dump. Let's get back to Jerome Powell's Jackson Hole speech about raising interest rates. Of course, raising interest rates affects housing markets. For about 2 years, a whole lot of people were saying that the housing prices will be going up forever and it will never come down again. And now suddenly people are realizing that the housing market has actually reversed and prices are going down at a rapid pace. Pair that up with layoff after layoff, and now we have a whole lot of people that would just have to sell because they don't have the income anymore and cannot afford the mortgage payments. And now you have a recipe for disaster. So needless to say, the party has died down all of a sudden, and investors are waiting for a good news to give some hope to the market. Well, we do have the jobs report coming out tomorrow, on Friday, September 2nd at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And that may give some hope to the market. We'll just have to wait and see. If you enjoy these short market updates, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe and enjoy every moment.